Yeah, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys taking your time. I appreciate the opportunity from Ms. Giordano. So translate that for me because this is a part of my dream and she's helping put that together. We're here right now. This is my business. This is my life. This is what I've been doing for the past 10 years of my life. It is a CrossFit facility. I do personal training. I do kids training. I'm getting into the education side of things. I was a teacher for 4 years at the high school level. I was worked with special education, pre-K up into the behavioral in the high school. Graduated from Rowan University 2010, played sports my whole life, and fitness and working out has been a staple in that. So it translated very well. My quick story, like I said, I was coaching track and football, Deptford High School. Was done with football, played 2 years arena football, and then football was over, and it's like, now what? And fitness is a part of my life, and I wanted to stay in shape. I found CrossFit getting ready for my football seasons, and then football ended, and I still saw CrossFit as a way of life, and there was still some competitive aspect to it. So I found myself a little bit in the competitive world of CrossFit also. I did CrossFit at a box for about a year, and then the owners of that box encouraged me to get my certificates and start coaching. That's when I started to see the business aspect of it. I saw how things were run, and I was like, I can do that. Got my cert, and the day I posted my cert on social media, one person asked me to train them, and I found a way to train them at a park, very minimal equipment, and that friend brought a friend. That was the summer of 2013, and by the end of that summer, we had like 10 to 15 people showing up at the park 3 to 4 times a week, and then they started giving me money. I had a decision to make coming up in September. Was I gonna go back to my job or let the energy die down from what we had built in the summer? And I made a decision, and just, it happened real fast. I signed a lease to a 2,000 square foot building, went into that place with the 10, 15 people that we had and a little bit of equipment that we had, and now we're 10 years here. So that's how we got here from my story, right? How you guys got here. Ms. Giordano is into fitness, and she found this place. You can ask her her story. And I just shared my goals. I talked about what I wanted to do. I wrote my goals down, and it's aligning, right? So thank you for being part of this. This is like the first ever in-house teaching engagement that we've done. I've been to schools in the last couple of years. I've done assemblies. I've done talks with teams and stuff like that. So this is really cool. The biggest thing I wanted to share today is something that we've developed is it's called Today's Practice Playbook. And like I talked about, I played sports my whole life. In football, you have a playbook. And you always have what we call the base of your playbook. The base is basically it's 3 to 6 plays that everything is centered around, right? So 24 base is the first play I ever learned in football, 1996. The first play I ever learned. 24 base is basically just a short running play. The quarterback gives the ball to the fullback. He runs to the 4 hole, which is to the right. 24 base. If we need 3-4 yards, we know we can call 24 base. It was our rock, right? I took that, and then, as I said, I learned it in 1996, but I was running some similar version of that play all the way until 2011, 2012. So I took that and translated it in like the basics is what makes everything so good. And through my practices, I've developed what a successful day looks like for me. Understanding that a whole bunch of days in a row will help me achieve my goals, right? So this sheet you guys have in front of you is an excerpt from this handbook that we have. And I just want to fill it out together, take a couple minutes, and then we'll get moving. We'll break a sweat, and we'll do what we came here for, right? Date, what time do you wake up? So let's run through that. Let's spend a couple minutes just, either just look through it or start to fill a couple things in. All right, so real quick, the date, 420, right? 420, 2023. So it's always, we talk about awareness. Be aware of where you are in space. Oh, written on the wall right here, right? Here. I just told my story. That's how we got here. That's how we got to this position. How did we get here? A big part of figuring out how we got here is taking some inventory and paying attention to our habits, our rituals, and our routines, right? So today's date, wake up time. What time do you wake up? You know you got to be to school. You know you got to be to work. You know you got to wake up at what time to allow you to get to where you got to be on time, right? So it's what time am I waking up? If I want to do anything outside of what I'm normally doing, I probably got a lot for some more time. So I'm probably gonna have to wake up early. So if you have a goal of waking up early, let's pay attention to what time we're waking up now, set the goal, and then practice on a daily basis waking up early. So this is just a chance for you to take note of what time you woke up and snooze. Snooze, right? You know what snooze is, right? Snooze, boop, boop, hit the button. 8 minutes later, it goes off again. Leave it alone. I'm talking to myself, right? Take inventory. What is your relationship with snooze? So today, did you hit snooze? It's a yes or no question. And then work with that from there. Say, I'm done hitting snooze. Tomorrow morning, don't hit snooze. Get your feet on the ground. Ask yourself the next day, did I hit snooze? You start to see a whole bunch of no's in a row, you're gonna understand, I need to make a change, right? So be aware of what your relationship is with snooze. An attitude of gratitude. I think it's very, 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 very important to start your day, live your day, and have an overall attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude meaning just simply practicing acts of gratitude. Don't know what that is, don't know where to start. Here's a play right here in our practice playbook. Say thank you. Right? Say the words thank you. Think it right now. If you don't want to say it out loud, say it with me. Thank you. And that's where we start, right? So what's today? It's Wednesday, right? What time did I wake up? Did I hit snooze or not? And when I woke up, how soon did I say the words thank you? This is a practice, this is a play. How fast can you say thank you in the morning? And can you say thank you right before you go to bed? Very, very simple task, but it's not easy. And I'm telling you it's not easy because I've practiced it, and I'm gonna challenge you to practice it. One, say thank you now. Before you go to sleep, can you consciously say thank you? Try to make that the last thing you think about. And then when you wake up, how soon can you say thank you? You might not remember until 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, you might not remember this practice until this time tomorrow, right? Say thank you. You're like, oh, all right, that's for today. And then tomorrow, just try to push that back a little bit. And then eventually, alarm clock goes off. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I've started in gratitude, right? If I start, no matter what my situation is, if I'm tired, if I'm stressed, if I don't want to get up, no matter what, if I'm grateful for that situation, I'll probably move a little better after that. So wake up, say thank you. That's the practice. Right now, today's practice, I want you to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. 1, did I say it? Check it. Yes or no? Did I check it? Yes or no? And now write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. Something small, little, something stupid. I'm thankful for this pen in my hand because I'm able to write on this piece of paper. I'm thankful for my shoes. I'm thankful for my all the love and whatever, make it as deep or as shallow as you'd like, right? Thank you for the bus driver that got me here. Even if it's 1 word, just write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. Then the next practice is, you'll hear me say, to put it in layman's terms, how you talk to yourself, right? How do you speak to yourself? What's the conversation that goes on in your head? What's the energy behind the words and the story that you tell yourself? A play for that, a practice for that is, all right, so when I do wake up in the morning, when I do hear the alarm clock go off, what is the energy that I'm bringing on my first thoughts? Is it, oh man, I don't want to get up, I don't want to get up, I don't want to get up? Because I don't want to get up brings more not getting up. You see what I'm saying? So how do you speak to yourself? And the way to practice talking nice to yourself, a way to practice positive affirmations is to think about, all right, what's the dialogue? So tomorrow, when you wake up, pay attention. What did I think about first? Right in here, sitting down, what am I thinking about right now? What is my energy about being here? You know what I mean? So you have to train your brain to talk nice. And a way to do that is positive affirmations, I am statements. Something that I wish I understood earlier and sooner in life is the power of those 2 words, I am. because whatever follows that defines you as who you are. You define you, right? I am. And whatever you just thought after that, that was your decision, and you have control over it. You can change the conversation by being aware of all the things that you are. So right now in the practice, on a daily basis in your practice playbook, here's a play to run. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. I am, my favorite is abundant. I am abundant in all areas of life. It could be as deep as you want it to be, or I am awake. Ready? Alarm goes off. Alarm goes off. Here's the play. Here's the practice. Alarm goes off. I hit the button, but put my feet on the floor. I say thank you. I am awake. Now I go from there. I'm in gratitude. I said thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I'm positively affirming to myself, I am what? Well, I'm awake. Oh yeah, thank you. And it's only been 77 seconds of awake time. I always say the alarm clock is the whistle that starts the practice. Today's just a practice, and it's very, very, very important. You want to win a championship, and I used to hear it growing up, my coaches tell me today's practice matters. Today's practice matters. It translates into real life, like today matters. What we do today matters. And how that aligns with our goals is really, really, really important. So I'm saying, talk nice to yourself. Now we're setting, come on, set goals, right? Something I've engraved in my head is set goals, and then make them happen, right? Setting goals is, we talked about how we got here. We're here, now where are we going? Set a goal, the future. Set a goal and then make it happen. How do you make it happen? You come up with a plan. Right? So right now, no matter how big, no matter how small, every single day, no matter how big or how small, I want you to write down a goal. The goal may be to get up. Ready? Back to our play. Alarm clock goes off. I hit snooze, I hit the button. I put my feet on the ground. I say thank you, which puts me in a state of gratitude. I say I am what? I'm awake. Now I'm grateful that I'm awake. And now the goal is to stand up. All right, we set the goal. Now how are you gonna make that happen? Something as small as put my feet on the ground is the goal. Write it down. So now come up with an action plan. All right, my goal is to get my feet on the ground. What I gotta do? Well, this is me just talking to myself in the morning. I gotta put my feet on the ground. I gotta take the covers off. Write it down. What do I gotta do to make that goal happen? Take the covers off. Now my feet on the ground. What's the next step? I gotta get up. Now I'm up. Now what? Right? This is a plan that I'm writing maybe the night before. Maybe I'm writing out my ideal morning. I just gotta follow the steps. So these are the practices. You set the goal and then you make it happen. You make it happen because I came up with a plan, and then on a daily basis, I do things that run parallel with what that goal is. If I need to think about what I can do for my goals, I can refer back to the practice playbook because I wrote it down, and I can run the play. But number one is today. Today. So write your five-step action plan, about 30, 40 more seconds, and then we're going to talk about what it is we're going to do today and how what we do today runs parallel with what our goals are. See you later. Good luck. The most important thing when you're setting a goal and you're making it happen is taking action. So those bottom lines, real quick, what will you do today? Whether it be something exactly word for word, what's written above on those 5 action plan steps, or something small that runs parallel with one of those 5 small action steps. So I want you to write down, what will I do today that runs parallel with what my goals are? The thing is, you could write something down that might not have to do with that particular goal. But what do I do today? That ran parallel with the goal. I might do something today that I wrote down last week. Today I'm going to. And now, today happens, right? Open up today's practice playbook. Now it's about reflection. We already talked about, we got to figure out how we got here, reflect on what it is I've been doing on a daily basis. Now I look back on yesterday's playbook, and now I ask myself, did you do it? So in the bottom right-hand corner, you got to flip back and reread your goal. Ask yourself, did I do, reflect back to those last couple lines, what I said I was going to do. And doing what you said you're going to do is the key, the answer, and the only way you're going to reach your goals. Set a goal, make it happen. You have to then do what you said you were going to do. And top close 1.5, number 2 is how'd you feel when you were doing what you were doing? Because I did it. I accomplished my goals, but may not have been happy or felt good about what I was doing. Case in point, I went to college, I got a degree, I was teaching, I met my goal. I was right where I was supposed to be. I did everything I said I was going to do to get to that point, but then I realized I'm not sure if this is what I want to do forever. How do we get here? What I need to start doing, what I need to stop doing, and what I need to keep doing to get closer to my next goal. I like this little gig that I got going on in the summertime. All right, what I need to do to make that happen? Let's write a business plan. I don't know how to write a business plan. I got Google. There's no excuse. There's no reason not to do whatever it is that you want to do, right? So the idea is to write down your goals, be aware of your daily habits, be aware of what it is you do every single day, and then ask yourself, does what I do on a daily basis run parallel with what your goals are? Final thing on a piece of paper, turn it over. Turn it over, I want you to write H. And under that, or to the side, where we'll go habits. 2 B's. And then we got here, or E. E stands for every day. And we got R, rituals and routines. And then we got E, elevate and meditate. Coach Tone? Elevate and meditate. That's to take care of your mental. Learn how to sit in that first 8 minutes of your day and really think about some things. Really think about where we are, where we're going, and what we're going to do today to get closer to that goal. Make sense? If it doesn't, we're going to make it make sense in the next couple weeks, all right? Again, this is how we're going to spend our hour. Next time will be the same faces, some different faces, us plus some more. We're going to write down some things. Totally private. I like to collect these, and then we're going to fill one of these out every time, and then I'm going to hand it back to you, and we're going to see how we progressed, right? So this is part of holding yourself accountable and needing a coach, like we talked about earlier, to help do that. You know what I'm saying? So we can put them up here in the front. Help me, please, bring these boxes back over to the side. We'll put our chairs back. And then if you want to go to the bathroom, grab a drink, quick time out. We're going to get into today's workout. Just line them up in front of the door that's open. Yeah. Class is in session. What's that?
What does the rest of that stand for? The top says, what do you do on a daily basis?
Ooh, you see it?
Yeah, what's the rest of it?
What do you do on a daily basis? And does what you do on a daily basis run parallel to what your goals are? Come on. Because you noticed it, that's yours.
Appreciate it.
Look, but I want you to really know what it says. What do you do on a daily basis? And does what you do on a daily basis run parallel with what your goals are?
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed the rest of that.
Make that make sense. I want you to make that make sense to somebody else.
I tried to. I definitely, one of my friends, I can definitely make that
Make that make sense. Because somebody, you're going to wear that shirt and be like, what does that mean? And I want you to be like,
Yeah,
spit it out.
Yeah, I'll read it.
Well, we say start up top. Up top is here. This is like where practice starts. Each class, each workout will start up top here. We're facing the flag. We're going to be in one single file line. We're going to walk and stretch. So right foot first, 1, 2, 3. Left foot, 1, 2, 3, all the way down the floor. Any limitations, anything bothers you, anything you can't do, let's talk about it. We'll learn each other in the next 20 minutes. Coach the athlete. The idea is we're going to warm up real quick. We're going to stretch a little bit. We're going to get dynamically warmed up. We'll do a skill, and then we'll do a workout. Sounds like a lot, but it's going to happen real fast, and I got you. All right, so let's just finish this walk down to the flag, and then we'll turn around.
I'm just watching it. I didn't bring my stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Yup. Mm-hmm. You want
Better on this side.
take like make it a little shorter. I don't want to have